Today we are going to make dinner together, and yeah, it's one of those days I remembered to film this. We have a lot of local food here, and I hope this helps you pick something. If you miss any of my local food classes, I hope this helps. So this is Maria, my house help. We are working together on this one. She was going to make dinner, and I was like, yeah, hold up, let me film this. It's been long since we did some Matooke videos. Yeah, so you're going to start by arranging your banana leaves. We live in Kampala, so we buy these banana leaves from the stores, but if you're getting them direct from the plantation, it's almost the same process. Just remove the core so that they are soft enough to bend and not tear so much. And then we are going to layer the core from the banana bunch. It is supposed to create a base as a steamer so that the water does not get in touch with our matoke. And then we also add on some banana leaf on top. Now, there is no particular way of doing anything. I know someone is going to come in the comment section and start saying, oh, that's not how this is done. Oh, this is not. Don't do that, okay? We're in 2025, and I want to remind you that cooking is an art. The person who started this had their way of doing it, or the means they had, and we also have the freedom to do whatever we want today. And imagine no one will beat us. Yeah, thank you. Please make sure you stay to the basics. The basics key is that you have to elevate the pan or the banana leaf that is holding the bananas so that they don't get soaked. And then you start peeling. Whichever way you peel the bananas, yes, we will judge you, but none of my concern. It doesn't concern us, okay? Yeah, learn to peel the bananas. If you're a fresher, it may be a little bit tricky, but if you practice, it's going to come out much easier. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe again. Yeah, sent you. It's a red button. It's free. And yeah, so we are going to go on ahead and cover. Oh, Maria still had some sap in her hand, so everything was sticky. But yeah, you want to cover and make everything like tucked away. Some people add on fiber to like tie it around so that it's like, all together, but it's optional. And then we're going to wash our other things that we're going to be steaming on top of that. In this case, I'm adding some bitter berries. I will also wash some amaranth or dodo, and once it's all done, I'll put everything in a banana leaf also, just ready to steam. You need to make sure this is washed perfectly, because if you get them from the market, sometimes they are, mixed up, and then they get the soil. Some of these things are brought from the garden with their roots so that they can delay on the rate at which they deteriorate. So you want to wash them until all the dust is out, or the soil, and then I'm going to put them in this banana leaf, add the bitter berries, and steam these ones together. I removed the cores because they really don't taste the greatest. And yeah, I'm voicing this video at 6 a.m. and there's a cock outside that keeps on yelling. It's very annoying, but it's okay. We stay in slightly a little bit of a village, so there are cocks here that are alive, even though it's in Kampala. So we're going to continue now covering our food. You want to insulate as much as possible so that you don't lose a lot of heat, which is going to make your bananas turn yellow, rather blackish. If there's too much heat being lost, sometimes they do not cook properly. And then we're also going to be adding some other things. So we are going to put like a gutter around the pan, just so it's easy for us to hold these things. This is arrowroot. Oh, by the way, all this food, my friend Apuli was coming back from the village, so he carried some of this fresh food from Toro. And yeah, that is why we are having a blast. But this is how people eat in Ugandan villages. Yeah, everything organic, everything from the soil, and I really miss that. Yeah, I live in the city, but I miss being able to go to the village and rather in the garden and pick things and just, come home and make fresh stuff. Now we added some corn. This is the not so dry corn. We added it on top, and now I'm trying to cover. I fold 2 banana leaves together. Where we stay now, these guys sell 4 banana leaves for 1,000. That is a steal, if you ask me, because where we've been staying last year, we would get like 3 or 2 if they're still too fresh for 1,000. So here, you just use how many banana leaves you want, just like your home. Anyways, covering these is a bit tricky, and sometimes I like to follow. If you've attended my classes, I usually talk about the anatomy of things, how things are done. Usually is how I like to follow, like how the banana leaf goes, and I put it on. If you put it on the other way around, sometimes it will tear, sometimes it will not, cover properly. So I like to follow how an item is made so that my work is much easier. Yeah, look at that. Very well covered, very well insulated. Now we are working on our charcoal stove. If you have firewood, fantastic. The charcoal is ready. We're going to bring our food and put it on there. I added more banana leaves, by the way. And then we are going to put our saucepan so that the steam or the heat isn't lost so fast. This is about an hour and a half or two later, and the water was reducing and we're going for a walk. So we first added in some more water and left it on the charcoal stove to do the thing. Went for a walk and we came back. The sun was already setting and looked gorgeous, I think, though it was on a distance and it had already gone out. So now we are back home. We're going to press the food or get it ready, remove the banana leaves. You see how intact they still are? It's because we are going to reuse them. Yeah, we're going to reuse them one more time or even 3 more times depending, and it is totally okay. In fact, the aroma is different. So all the food is ready now. We have removed the things that are not matooke from the top. This is the arrowroot and this is how it looks. So delicious. Perfect for breakfast. Yeah, this one we usually steam stuff on top of food. Then we have the dinner, and then some of the starches that we steam on top we have for breakfast the next day. These are my vegetables. This is how I love having these particular vegetables, by the way. My grandmom used to make these every other evening, and now it gives me fulfillment. I feel so comfortable having my vegetables like this. And yeah, just set them aside, and then we're going to start pressing our food. Now here, it's a bit tricky. Some people, because of maybe the heat or the circumstances or maybe the skill set, they tend to remove the food and press it from the side. Nonetheless, the food will still be pressed. If it had cooked perfectly, you had given it enough time to cook so it's soft, you just have to keep on lifting a little bit and pressing on each side. And yeah, it's actually not so difficult if you practice. If you do it physically, you try it out and continue. If you're abroad and you do not have these many banana leaves and you're using foil, yeah, you can just use one and then just remove your food and press it and put it back. Please do not let anyone stop the reggae, okay? Thank you. Now we are going to put back the food. This was about, I think, 6 p.m. So we are going to put it back. In Uganda, back kuita kubobeza. I think even in Runyankore ntuza kubobeza mmere. So we are going to add in some extra water so the pan does not burn, and we're going to cover again so that the steam isn't lost. Now that gentle heat that we put underneath the pressed matooke is where the flavor comes from. Yeah, even now the food is ready to eat, but we are going to put it back because we're going to have dinner around 7:30, and we are done. We are ready. Look at that. Not too fancy, not too animated, but delicious. And we had this with some chicken curry, the bitter berries, of course. And what is matooke without G-nuts? Explain using a pie chart. And look at those vegetables, man. Thank you so much for watching up until this time. I hope you try it out. I hope it reminds you of home, and I'll see you soon in my next videos. Bye.